And good evening and welcome to After the Game. I am King of the North and I'm with the Prince of Carlton, Johnny Carlton himself. How are you, my friend?
Oh, well, long time no see, mate.
Long time no see, all right? Yeah. It's been a whole day, so there we go.
Good. Yep. No JCROM tonight.
No, JCROM, he's pulled the pin at the last minute. Child problems. So when you got kids, you've got to look after the kids first. And
Cool.
so there we go. So me and you, nice Chris Sharp show, and all good. G'day to everybody in the chat. Also to Poison, Toby and Jamar are in there as well. 8 likes already. Ree is in there as well. Thanks for joining. And who else have we got? Let's have a bit of a quick scroll. And that's it at the moment. So if you're watching along and not in the chat, welcome to After the Game. We will give you a wrap up of the round that was and also our tips for next week. We'll get the boys' tips during the week as well, but we'll give you the tips tonight. So there we go, eh? Have I got the? I'm just trying to remember whether I've got the other thing up at the moment. So let's have a look at the. Did I have it or not? All right, let's have a look. So while I'm just doing a little bit of quick work there, let's start with the Bulldogs and the Hawks on Thursday night. All the way back on Thursday night seems to be a long time ago, and the Hawks pretty much did a demolition job on the Bulldogs. 81-59, the Hawks won by 22, which is before they went into their slump. They were winning by 20 and 30, and they made a bit of a meal of the Bulldogs, didn't they?
It was a completely different Hawthorn to the team that we saw against Collingwood the week before. That's for sure.
It was.
Yeah. Well, do you want me to have my say now?
Yeah, have you say? Yeah.
Oh, beautiful. Look, I watched this one. Look, as I said, you could see a complete different switch from Hawthorn from last week, from the week they versed against Collingwood to the week they versed the Dogs. Their pressure was elite from the first bounce. Their pressure was elite. Their acts, they made Bulldogs turn over. Oh, the boxes are gone. I don't know what's happening there.
Hang on, while I just get it back again. That's all right. There we go, we're back. That's all right.
King of the North stitched me up. That's all right.
There we go.
Look, as I said, Hawthorn from the start were phenomenal. Bulldogs did not see that coming, and I thought Bulldogs would fight back, especially coming off that bye. There were fresh legs and everything, so they had a lot of stamina and a lot of passion to come after that bye. And I thought Bulldogs were playing really good footy as well. So it was. But Hawthorn was just class. The way they played, if they play like that every game, they're a dangerous threat. That's the Hawthorn we saw last year when they were on that winning streak.
It is.
That running ball movement through the middle. It was phenomenal by the Hawks, and I thought Marby Child was phenomenal.
He was.
He played an absolute ripper of the game. Look, Dogs tried to come back. But at the end of the day, Hawthorn were just too good, and now Hawthorn have a big challenge this week. So it'll be an interesting game. What about you, King? How did you see Thursday night? You're a Hawthorn supporter, so.
And I actually tipped the Bulldogs because I didn't think that the Hawks were going to do any good, and I thought the Bulldogs were playing okay. But when the Hawks come out and play like that, and they were just all over the Bulldogs, it was very surprising. So could have done well if I tipped the Hawks. And Marvel Stadium, I would have thought the Bulldogs would have played better at Marvel as well. So it was one of those weird ones where had to be. A lot of people got on the Bulldogs, but the Hawks. Very impressive, and that's what we should have expected for the last few weeks as well, I would have thought. So
that's right.
There we go.
Collingwood didn't win by 67, but I will take the 1 point win every day. Hey, a win is a win. And Crows shutting down Hawthorn. Oh, if you stay long enough, you'll hear our thoughts for next week.
That's
so
right. Welcome into the chat, A, and welcome in Lance as well. Also, Zacky's in there as well. G'day, Zach. Welcome into the chat as well. And I also see Daniel in there as well. Pies and Crows are on fire. They are on fire. So let me just do a quick. Let me just bring the. Where are we? Live scoreboard. Hang on a sec. Let me bring the live scoreboard up, which I should have prepared earlier, but there we go. Let me bring that up. And it's just loading. Bit of a little technical. Should have been onto this earlier. Anyway, there we go. Got the scoreboard up. Friday night game. It was a bit of a classic, and but very rainy, and it was at Adelaide Oval, and the Crows got up 68-63 over the Lions, and the Crows won by 5. And this was an absolute beauty of a game. So there we go. The Crows, are they the real deal, Johnny Carlton?
Look, I was going to just tell you maybe you need to take the reins on this, because I was in Sydney from Friday to Sunday, so I didn't get to see any of this game. But all I heard is that Brisbane were up and Adelaide came back. Is that correct?
They were, yeah. No, they were up. There was only a couple of points in it each all the way through each of the quarters, and it looked like, you know how Adelaide sort of used to fall away before. Now they're playing good third quarters and fourth quarters. So, and they're actually they're getting stronger into the last quarter, which is a really good sign for them. So, this was a really good game. And if you're a Crom supporter, then you should be very happy with how things are going. And yeah, lots of Crows supporters in there. Crows shutting down Hawthorn. Well, we could actually mention that now, and from the look of what they did to Brisbane, you never do know. So, but we'll have a look at that when we do our tips later on. But yeah, no, Crows are definitely looking at they're definitely worth being in top 4. They're playing good enough to be in the top 4 at the moment. So.
Yeah. Well, quickly, just on that, I just said, as I said, I feel like Adelaide is a completely different team from this year to last year. Wouldn't you agree?
Oh, 100% they are. Yep.
Look, staying in the contest against good opposition teams, they did it. They as you said earlier, they would have fell out last year. They would have lost momentum, but yeah, they've found a new spark. They've found a new level to go to, and the Crows, they're up and about. And I said to a couple of weeks ago, I would see Adelaide fighting for that grand final spot. I reckon right now, if Collingwood had to go up against Adelaide in Adelaide Oval, Adelaide would run all over Collingwood.
Well, yeah.
I feel like the only difference is they did play a couple of weeks ago, Collingwood Adelaide, but it was in the MCG. So Collingwood had that home ground advantage. But I'll tell you, if Collingwood went up to Adelaide Oval and they versus Adelaide there, I don't think there's no stopping Adelaide this year at Adelaide Oval. They are a different breed there. The way they play their football there is immaculate. It's a different Adelaide when you're versing them at Adelaide Oval, especially when they've got the crowd behind them. And as I said, last time they were in the top 4 was 2017, and they made the granny that year. So
that's right.
History will repeat itself.
Yep, 100%. It definitely is on the cards, and they're definitely up and about. That's for sure. And they're one of those teams that have got coverage and got strength all over the field. Their defense is good. Their forward line's good. Midfield is good. They can manage to get the ball out of the back 50 pretty easy. So they do pretty good, don't they?
They do.
Yes. All right. Next game was on Saturday. It was the first game on Saturday at It was at the MCG, and it was the Richmond Tigers versus Sydney Swans. Now, there's another mistake that I made, tipping Richmond. I think I tipped Richmond and Chris tipped Sydney, but Sydney were just too good for Richmond. They got away with the Chockies with 80-36, and it was a 44-point win to Sydney. Now, Sydney being able to win at the MCG is a bit of a rare occurrence, Johnny Carlton.
Yeah, looking, the only thing I can say for this game is Richmond let me down. I tipped Tigers as well. I don't think I'm ever going to tip them again. That was a game they had to win, and they absolutely dished that shit up, which was horrible. As I said, I didn't watch all of it. I heard Sydney were just too good in the day. It's a bit worrying if you're only beating Richmond by 40 points, but hey, the way Sydney are playing right now, they need anything. So, yeah, as I said. But, yeah, no, look, I thought I'd go with the Tigers. I had a feeling, I had an instinct that Tigers have been playing good footy. I thought Sydney was a bit off in the last couple of weeks, getting smashed by Adelaide and losing the week before that to Melbourne.
Yep.
So I thought there was I thought Richmond could have got on top, but yeah, no, Sydney they replied back well and got the 4 points, which is a handy 4 points. A win is a win, they say. So
they do.
Needed that. They needed that.
And a bit of relief for the coach as well. Like the coach has been under a lot of pressure with the way the teams have been going, so there was a big relief on his face as well. So yeah. Lance, Melbourne lost it. Collingwood took it with both hands, and they did. Why did you tip us? Daniel is asking. I think we're not sure now, Daniels. Might not be happening.
Adelaide? I thought Daniel was Adelaide. Daniel,
are you Adelaide or Richmond? So we tipped the Crows. So we did tip the Crows, but yeah, and there was a question about do we have a tipping comp? We do have a little tipping comp amongst ourselves, and the winner gets a little prize, and the loser has to wear another jersey. So that's not looking good for me at the moment. Daniel's Richmond, so Daniel's Richmond. So there we go.
Well, talking about tipping comp, there will be a tipping comp next year with all the subscribers as well. So if you're subscribing, you'll be joining our Discord chat.
Yep.
There will be a tipping comp, so get ready for that next year. We're expanding, King.
We are expanding. You've seen the numbers we're getting on the watch-alongs as well. So
we're expanding. So
been doing okay. So thank you to everybody who has been coming along and joining the watch-alongs. We've got some really big numbers over the time, and next week could be a bit of a who knows what's going to happen next week on Wednesday night, but we'll see how that goes. The next game was the Cats versus the Suns. Now, it was Geelong at home, and they got away with it wasn't the greatest game. It was terrible weather, and wasn't great. But the Cats were 61 to the Suns 37. The Geelong won by 24 points, and at home that was pretty good effort. So. Yeah, the Suns were kept contained is what I'm going to say, and the coach did a good job on managing the Suns. So they couldn't get their run going. They were shut down quite a bit, so that really stifled the way that they play. So, what did you make of it? Pretty predictable for the Cats.
Yeah, look, obviously didn't watch it as well, but yeah, heard very low scoring game. I heard, and yeah, look, Cats too good at their home ground at the Cattery as they always do. It's always hard to beat Geelong there. Look, yeah, I thought Gold Coast. I thought that was their first real challenge up to the Cattery. They've lost 2 in a row now, the Gold Coast, so they're on a bit of a losing streak, losing to Freo last week and then losing to Geelong this week. So, look, they've got to find some form if they want to stay in the 8. But, yeah, no, as I said, Geelong were just too good. Cameron, too good. They ran all over Gold Coast midfield, and they did it without Bailey Smith, which is really scary as well. Imagine if Bailey Smith was playing in that game as well. So
exactly, yeah.
Yeah, so look, as I said, Maxi Holmes I thought was the star of the night. I heard he played a brilliant game with
He
that
did.
career high 40 disposals, I think it was.
I was just going to mention him. Yeah, no, he had a blinder who was everywhere. Like everywhere
was.
you looked, he was just there was Holmes to Holmes to Holmes to Holmes. So yeah, 40 disposals, 25 kicks, 15 handballs, 6 marks, and 2 behinds. So yeah, he's had a absolute ripper of a game. So yeah, he did well. Myers was good for Geelong as well, 26 disposals, and Farini for the Suns was 25 disposals. So yeah, no, he was a standout. Holmes all through the game. They kept Cameron pretty quiet. Like they put a tagger on him, so he was contained. But the other Geelong players kept it all going, so that was all good. And then we went to the next game, which was
1 second before you go to the next game. Dimmer wanted an extra in mid, got Gold Coast, but Maxi Holmes was the star of the night and negated it. Of course,
yeah.
Flash, as we said, Holmes was phenomenal. I said Suns by 24, but it went the other way. Look, a lot of people tipped Gold Coast, but Geelong were too good. So
They were. Jeremy Cameron and Dangerfield hardly did a thing. So decent effort from the rest of the Cats, that's for sure. And welcome to the chat, Flash Movie Trivia. He's one of the King's men who come in on the watch-alongs as well. Thank you to everybody who has been joining, that you found us on the watch-alongs and you come to the footy show as well. So we appreciate that. The next game we had a look at was the Giants versus Port Adelaide. And this was in Canberra. And so Port had to travel to Canberra. The Giants head down there. That's usually good for them. But the Chris C. Port Adelaide Power got up 66-50 and had a good win, 16-point win over GWS. And they've just played really good footy this time.
Did you do a watch along to this?
I did, yeah.
I did. Was it by yourself or did you have the big man with you?
Nah, he was doing some stuff, and so I was just by myself. But no, it was good. They played really well. They played 4 quarters, which was a good thing. And yeah, good on the Power for finally getting things going. Butters was probably the best for Port, 32 disposals and 16 kicks. And Tom Green was 31 disposals with 16 kicks. But Toby Green went off with a back. He got a big knee in the back, went off injured, so he was off as well. And so yeah, they played well. Rosie 28 disposals, Ash 30 disposals. So yeah, it was a really good effort by Port. Good team play. They had some new players in as well. So they dropped some players and then brought in some new ones. So yeah, they did well. What are you making of your tsunami, Johnny Carlton?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. My tsunami, they're a weird team. My tsunami, they're falling off, then they're rolling back on. Yeah, it just depends on the day. To be honest, depends if the tsunami is going to be strong or not. But yeah, no, look, they got shut down. Obviously, the tsunami got shut down by the big power. You can't have a tsunami if the power is shining bright. So
that's right.
Yeah, look, Power needed this win. They really needed this win after a lot of stress in the last couple of weeks, after terrible performances against the Dogs, Cats at home. So they definitely needed this. And yeah, it could be, as I said, I think it was upset of the round. I don't think anyone tipped Port except if you're a Port Adelaide supporter. So yeah, no one saw this coming. But as I said, you get reward for tipping your team, and Chris C did, and he got a tip right. And
he did.
Yeah, that's what happens when you tip your team. You get double the bonus. You get your team winning and you get your tip right. So I know all credit to Chris C. He stayed loyal to his team, and the Power they got a job on the Giants for Chris C. So yeah,
that's it.
Well done.
Yeah, no, good on Chris C for getting his team over, and it was good to see. I've got a bit of a soft spot for Port Adelaide as well. So yeah, they went well. Just when you think that Port off the boil. They have almost the upset of the season. Yeah, that's right, Flash. And I'm happy that GWS lost from Poison. So, like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell from Ree. So thank you, Ree, for promoting that. And yes, guys, if you're new to the channel watching along, make sure you hit the subscribe button and come and join us. We have got plenty of watch-alongs coming up this weekend as well. And we should be able to find the subscribe button. There it is. Just pop it up there. And hit that like button as well. Thank you for joining us tonight. And yeah, then we went to Sunday, Johnny Carlton. We had 2 games on Sunday. And the first game was pretty much, it was hard to watch, I tell you what. I was at my mate's place, just went over to my mate's place and watched it over there. And it was North getting up over the Eagles, and I don't know how, but 62 to 52. The Eagles really threw it away, to be honest. They were all over North all game. And let me just bring up so it was 9-8-62 to 6-16 52. 16 behinds for the Eagles. And North won by 10 points. So that was down at Hands Oval down in Bunbury. So they travel down there, and North are going to be playing 3 games, 2 games now, 3 games over the next 3 years. They signed a contract to go and play down there in Bunbury. So, yeah, terrible kicking by the Eagles it was. And, like, we were watching it, and they were, nearly directly in front and spraying it off to the side, off to the left, off to the right. They didn't really have a forward line, the Eagles, because they've got their injuries. Yeah, really just threw the game away. They should have won it. But yeah, the top disposal getters were McKercher with 35, Powell 30, Daniel with 29, and Schuzel with 28. Curtis, you just got to take Curtis for 3 goals every single game, I reckon. He's kicked another 3. So I don't know how he does it, but he's got to be up there. He's got to be a little bit up there for the Coleman. The suspension wouldn't have helped. The 3 weeks off wouldn't have helped. But yeah, if he continues to kick 3 goals every game, then he's going to be right up there. So, what are you making of North and West Coast? And are they just, bottom dwellers for a reason?
Yeah, look, obviously I didn't get to watch any of this game. I was getting ready for the other big game. Didn't get a lot of sleep, so I was catching up with my sleep in the afternoon. But look, what are you going to get from 2 bottom teams? Very close. West Coast could have got their second win of the season, but as you said, they dropped the ball and North took advantage of it, and they came back and stole a 10-point win. So all credit to North for not going all the way out. They said they can still win this game. They had fight, and they came back and got the 4 points. But yeah, as I said, look, Jake Waterman out for the season is huge out. But as I said, West Coast need everything they can get at the moment. North were too good, and as you said it, all the stars aligned, and got them over the line as well. So,
and they're playing some all right footy. Like, they were getting their inside 50s all day were just like really good. They were getting the ball into the 50 and running all over North. So yeah, really disappointing. The goal kicking was really disappointing, and it would have been a flogging to West Coast if they could kick straight. So Jake Waterman is out for the season. Yep, he is, and that's a big out for West Coast. But and then I did the watch along for the next game, and it was Carlton versus Essendon, Johnny Carlton's least favourite team. And the Baggers get the win 78-70. It was an 8-point win at the MCG. And I'll just start off by saying, I'm not going to go too much into it because you're going to have a bit of a talk about it. But how they managed to play a first quarter like they did and look like absolute champions, and they were all over Essendon, in that first quarter and led by almost 40. And to then, I don't know what happens to them when they go and have a break and then come back and then they come to the next quarter. But it's just bizarre and mind blowing what happens to this team. That they should have just played 4 quarters like their first, and they would have just smashed it. So I don't understand. I'm sure the players don't understand, the fans don't understand, and the coach probably doesn't get it either. But very bizarre, Johnny Carlton. What do you make of your team? They got the win, which you got to be happy about. But
always happy to beat that Essendon scum.
Exactly. But
look, I'll tell you. I'll quickly before speaking about the game. I think I'll tell you why I feel like Carlton can't do their second half heroics. Look, I still feel like they're still affected from opening round. I know it was ages ago, but round 1 we were up by 40 points at half time, and Richmond somehow came back and beat us. And I feel like it's still in their heads.
right.
I feel like, oh my God, we've fumbled it up so many times. We were gone to half time, and teams are now coming back, and they're slowly starting to beat us. I feel like it's just a head thing. They just need to get that out of their head. They go, we don't play like that every week.
Yep.
Start to play the way you play in the first half. And if you play that for 4 quarters, look what you're going to do to teams. And it was just another example on Sunday night. Look, the Blues, they started off perfectly. I thought our first half, like this season, has been phenomenal. The way we blew a 6-goal lead straight away to the Bombers was it was phenomenal. Essendon couldn't touch the ball in the first quarter. We were all over it.
Yep.
Second half as well, we kept Essendon to a couple of goals. Obviously, they kicked the goal before halftime, which gave them momentum leading into the second half. But besides that, in the first half, it was all Carlton. Everyone was just lining. The stars were there. And then obviously the second half, you could see the fumbles, the turnover kicks, the miss over kicks. Classic Carlton, letting teams come back into the game when they shouldn't be. We should have beat Essendon by 40 points, to be honest, in my opinion.
Yep.
But yeah, look, they gave me a heart attack. But hey, at the end of the day, we still got the 4 points. I told you, I messaged you as well. You messaged me saying go the Blues at half time. I told you I'm not confident. I don't think we're going to win this. But You were like, no, we're winning this. And you were right. So, the Blues, they managed to keep an 8-point win. I thought Jesse Motlop was really good for the first time this year. I thought Jesse played a really good game.
Yep.
I thought Nick Haynes has been phenomenal since his heroics in the first couple of weeks. And Tom De Koning just gets better and better. Love how Tom De Koning goes about his football. But yeah, look, as I said, this is what happens when Cripper didn't have a good game and our other midfield stepped up. I thought Chera has been phenomenal this year.
Yep.
We talked about Chera this season. Me and you, the King. We said, can Chera maintain an injury-free season? And he has. And none of this soft tissue like last year. He's been phenomenal, Adam Chera. So this is the Adam Chera we love to see. And Georgie Hewitt just gets better and better each game. And I thought Walshy had a really good game too. But yeah, no, look, Silvani keeping Caddy to 0 goals. Nat Caddy has been in amazing form, but Silvani to come back, I just love how Silvani goes his football. But look, we needed this. We're back on track. Are the Blues back, King? I don't know. I can't tell you that too soon.
I thought Zach Williams tried as well. So even though he made a few mistakes, but yeah, he was trying really hard all game as well.
Yeah, no, love how Zachy went. But yeah, no, look, we needed this win and hopefully a second half of the season motivation again. So
that's it.
Hey, last time we were 11th in round 13. It was 2023, and Carlton fans know that year really well because we made the prelim that year. So
that's right.
Can it happen again? We'll find out.
Never know. Why are Carlton so shaky after the first half? I think Johnny's just explained that. Could it continue? Could start, but couldn't continue their form. That's exactly right. They did improve in the last quarter. So they won the game in the last quarter and they turned things around. So it took them quarter 2 and 3 to figure it out, but quarter 4 was pretty good. So I thought the Blues were going to flog Essendon. It looked like they were going to Poison, but yeah, they've just got this thing. So my theory is that the Blues style is too effort based, and a couple of quick goals by the opposition makes it too tense for them. So yeah, I don't know. What do you reckon about that?
Yeah, I agree.
Yep.
I agree. We just care about what, like, we try to take on the tackles, which is just trying to get the effort in. But yeah, sometimes you just need to play some ugly footy, and it gets you over the line. So, yes, Chera is a former Docker.
So Chera got
Chera.
got taken off. He copped that whack, and
Yeah.
is he okay?
Chera's okay. Yeah, the guy Durham got 2 weeks for it. So
He did he?
yeah, he copped 2 weeks.
Oh,
so.
good. There we go. Yep. So there we go.
So, yeah.
All right, let's have a look at the last game. And Johnny Carlton did a watch along with me for the first time. So that's the way to go. And it was a really good match, and it was for the Big Freeze. And there was a massive turnout. 77,000 went to the MCG. Melbourne actually put a game on, and Collingwood. We thought it was going to be a big win to Collingwood, but no. Melbourne decided to turn up and play like they should play, and in the end, it was Collingwood 72 to Melbourne 71. 1 point win to Collingwood, but geez, there was some dodgy umpiring decisions. Dacos is a protected species. Nick Dacos is a protected species, I think, and yeah, it should have been ball, and it was a free kick to Collingwood. They pushed the Melbourne player into the other Collingwood player, and it's a free kick to Collingwood, and yeah, just there was a lot of stuff that happened probably 4 or 5 times where they managed to play the umpires very well, Collingwood, I thought, and got free kicks in really good position to be able to kick goals. And but yeah, they hung on, they won, but Melbourne's effort was really good. There was a bit of controversy at the end when Maxi kicks that wayward ball, and his own player come up and started to have a bit of a go at him, but he talked about that on Triple M today. And yeah, what did you make of our watch along yesterday?
Today? Oh, I didn't know it was today. Yeah, no, look, King's birthday matchup. It lived up to the hype, and yeah, obviously the big freeze before the game is always good to see. That's I love the tradition how the big sliders go down. I thought that was pretty good too. But yeah, now look, we wondered if Melbourne would remain with Collingwood's pace, and they did for the whole game. I thought Collingwood only led to a 20-point margin, but Melbourne fought back. I thought Melbourne were really good the way they moved their ball. Yeah, I thought Cozzy Pickett was my highlight for Melbourne. I thought he played phenomenal. But yeah, no, look, as I said, Collingwood just they do it all the time. They always win these close ones. Somehow they always maintain to win these close ones. And there is I wouldn't say I'm not going to say this part because it's going to be my banana of the week. But why he did that would probably cost him the game, and it probably did cost him the game. So when I tell you my banana of the week, I'll tell you why. But yeah, apart from that, we were just too good, and that's why they're on top of the ladder. That's why they are in the informed team at the moment. So
they are. Flash says, really enjoyed the game. Melbourne were really good, but Pies make fewer errors. And Poison says, thought Pickett kicked the winning goal, but they gave Collingwood a 50. So yeah, there was a few 50s that came out of I'm not sure what, but yeah, they got 50s, they got free kicks, and it was interesting. But yeah, you got to beat Collingwood, and it's hard to beat them at the MCG. That's for sure. Speaking of the table, that's the round, and let's have a look at the top 8. So there it is up on the screen. It is Collingwood in first place, Brisbane 2, Adelaide sitting nicely in third. Geelong have moved up to 4th. The Gold Coast have dropped down to 5th. Hawthorn 6, GWS 7, and Fremantle remain in the 8. Or go into the 8. So were they in the 8 last week?
Yeah, they were.
Yeah, so this is just the 8's moved around a bit, but Freo in the 8. Any surprises there, really?
Now, look, obviously no big changes from last week. Obviously, Freo didn't play this week, and to still be in the 8 is really, it's really good to still be in the 8 if you didn't play this week. But yeah, no, that top 8 looks good for now. For now, there could be changes in the later of the season, but that top 8 looks strong for now.
The top four definitely looks strong, doesn't it? So. All right, let's have a look at the bottom 8. J-Mar, g'day. Welcome into the chat. Boston, welcome in as well. And good to see you. The bottom 8 is the Bulldogs in 9th, Essendon 10, Carlton 11. That's good to get Carlton into 11 spot now. So that's good there.
Back where we belong.
That's right. St Kilda 12, Sydney 13, Melbourne 14, Port Adelaide 15, and then we got North, Richmond and West Coast. Can I don't know whether from St Kilda down you can't really get into the 8, can you, or can you?
Well, you can. Well, from 11 to 15, we're all on the same points.
I guess so. Yeah.
I feel like it's down. Yeah, as I said, I feel like under Port, it's all over.
Yep.
But we'll see how we go. Yeah, I feel like in a couple of weeks you can probably cross out some teams as well. But for now,
that's it.
I think it's up to 15 teams. So yeah.
Yeah. No, Western Bulldogs, if they could have got that win, would have been very helpful. But I think they're still quite good in that spot there. And Carlton just got to keep winning now, really. So Carlton have just got to keep winning. So.
Just quickly, hi Boston, how are you, mate? Yeah, I'm good. Long time no see. Well, I'm always here every Tuesday, mate, for the footy show. So always here, never been a game. So how are you? Melbourne played like a top 8 side for most of that last game. They did. So anything can happen. So who can make the 8? Blues, D's, chance. Yeah, anyone. As I said, anyone from 15 up can still make the 8. Only 2 games away from it. So
that's it.
Yeah, going to be an interesting couple of weeks. So.
All right. Let's have a look. What do we got? 14. There we go. Yep. Yeah. So should we do Johnny Carlton's banana?
I reckon we should.
All right. Let me just bring the graphic up. Johnny Carlton's banana of the week this week is
Johnny Carlton's round 13 banana of the week goes to Melbourne's Bailey Fritsch.
Bailey Fritsch? Wow, that's a surprise.
I'll tell you why. We're watching the game. In the last quarter, he marked it and he played on right in front of the goal.
He did too. Yes.
And got it behind. If he kicked that, Melbourne would have won the game.
Melbourne would have won the game. Yes, he did too. He played on
twice. Twice he's done that. Twice in that game he's played on when he's marked there. When he didn't need to, all you had to do, come back, kick the goal, and that's it.
That's it.
Bubble chat is frozen, King. Again.
Bubble chat is frozen. Yeah, no, too much action going on in the bubble. So let me just give that a refresh for the folks. And I made a few changes as well in on the channel settings, and I'm hoping that it's going to push through to bring up some new features as well. So we shall see what happens there. All right, pop a message in the chat and see whether it picks that up, and we should be good to go, I think. There we go. Look at that. It's working again. 12
Beautiful.
likes. Thank you for counting the likes. And nice call, Johnny, for the banana. Yeah, that was a shocker, wasn't it? So, and he was playing really well. He kicked three goals.
He was.
Yeah. So most surprising team of the year. And Boston's on his way out by the King and Chat and Johnny. All right, Boston, no worries. I'll see you later. 12 likes. Thank you guys for the likes. And thanks for the support of the channel. And
all right. Hey.
Yep.
We'll go to our tipping now.
We'll go to our tipping, yeah. All right. Let me bring the first game up. And
before you do it, let me just take the scoreboard.
Oh, the tips. Okay, yeah. Sorry about that.
Yeah. No, that's all right. So King of the North, you are the lowest tipper for this week, unfortunately, with 4 tips.
4, yeah.
Just under me and Chris C, who got 5. So King of the North, you still stay 65.
Yep.
Last on 65. Chris C is 1 ahead of you on 66.
Yep.
With Collingwood's tip last night, I move up 6 above Chris C, so I am on 72, and JCROM is 7 above me on 79, and I feel like JCROM has won this. I feel like there's no coming back. So,
yep.
Gonna need a miracle for Johnny Carlton to come back, but it's all about the battle of the bridge in the bottom. Who's gonna finish last? Will it be King of the North or will it be Chris C?
How many did JCROM get this week?
6.
Did he get 6, did he? Far out.
He got Dogs and GWS wrong. They're the only 2.
Right, okay. Yep. There we go.
All right. Round 14. Let's go.
Round 14. All right, let's bring up the first game. And give us your tips in the chat as well. And we'll read those out as well as we go through the games. And the first game is on Thursday night, and it is St Kilda versus the Western Bulldogs. It's 12th against 9th at Marvel Stadium, so both teams' home game pretty much. And I think I'll go I'll stay with the Dogs, I think, against St Kilda.
You'll stay with the Dogs?
I think so, yeah.
No worries. Yeah, look, I think the Dogs will bounce back as well, and I'm going the Bulldogs as well. So
okay, there we go. We've got J-Mar's got St Kilda by 30, so I reckon Sanger will be going for St Kilda as well. Poison has got Saints by 7, and Ree has got Bulldogs by 19. So there we go, and yeah, it should be an interesting game. We'll do a watch along for that one on Thursday night, and it should be a good game. If Saints turn up, then it should be a good game. So there we go. Then we got on Friday night, June 13. Let me just bring up the next game. We've got Hawthorn versus Adelaide Crows. Now this is down in Tassie in the UTS Stadium in Launceston. And it's 6th against 3rd. Both teams travelling down to Tassie. And I'm gonna go the Crows.
The Crows, wow. He's going the Crows.
I'm gonna go the Crows. Yep.
Both of these teams played really well last week.
They did.
But I'm more edging to Hawthorn because it's in Tassie. I'm going to go the Hawks. I feel like they play that round way too good, so I'm going the Hawks.
There we go. What games am I doing this week? I'll let you know as we go through. So we'll do Thursday night, we'll do Friday night, we'll do the Hawks and Adelaide on Friday night as well, and then we'll have a look and see what we've got on Saturday. There is quite a few. We've got 4 teams with a bye this week, so there's less games this week. So there we go. Hawks by 59 from J-Mar, Hawks by 11, and Crows by 30 from Ree. So there we go. Next game is Brisbane versus GWS. This is at the Gabba. and it's second against seventh, and Brisbane back at home. So I think the Lions will be too good. Back at home at the Gabba against GWS. Toby Green, I'm not sure whether he's still injured or he's out he's out or is he back? But yeah, I think Lions will be too good. What do you reckon?
I agree with you. I know I tipped my Tsunami to win the flag, but yeah, I'm going Brisbane. I just feel like they'll be too strong.
Okay.
So
there we go. Then we got Lions. J Mar's Lions by 60 because he's a Lions supporter, obviously. Poison is Brisbane by 35, and Ree is Lions by 60 as well. So there we go.
Good.
The next game, the Bombers. The Bombers at home to the Cats. Essendon and Geelong, 10th versus 4th at the MCG. This is on Saturday afternoon, 4:15.
Just quickly.
Yep.
I need to check the other games because I don't have a bowl call of the week so far, and I don't think there will be one. Hang on a sec.
Don't know whether you will have one either. Chris C. Chris C's in the chat. G'day, Chris C. How you going? Go the pair?
I don't know if there'll be a bowl call this week. Anyways, yeah, Essendon and Geelong, who are you going?
Essendon and Geelong. I've got to go the Cats. Again, I think they'll be too good. I don't know whether... Is Bailey Smith playing this week?
Should be.
Should be?
Should be. Yeah, and I'm going Geelong too. I feel like Geelong will be too strong, so...
Okay. Did Chris C catch you on the tipping?
No.
No. How many is he behind still?
6.
6 behind. 6 behind you. I'm only one behind you as well, Chris C. So there we go. J-Mar says Cats by 25 and Poison says Essendon by 15. So there we go. Poison's thinking Essendon might get the win, which would be very interesting. There we go. Let me bring the graphic down a bit. Hang on a sec. And the next game, North Melbourne versus Freo. This is at Optus Stadium over in Perth. Why is North on the left-hand side if it's a home game to the Dockers? That's weird. North's on the wrong side.
Well, no, apparently North's home ground is Optus Stadium.
It's Optus Stadium now. Far out, they're going everywhere. Oh, maybe because they stayed in Perth. Because they played in Bunbury. They played a home game in Bunbury.
But Bunbury's not Perth.
Bunbury is south of Perth, yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, it's like an hour south of Perth, yeah. And it looks like North. It looks like North have stayed in Perth for the week.
I thought it was Alice Springs.
No. Hand Stadium in Bunbury's in like an hour from Perth.
Well, okay. Well, North has a home game in WA.
It's a ruse. So. GT's just in the chat. G'day, GT. Ruse. It's a ruse home game at Optus.
Wow.
What?
That's crazy.
What is going on? That is crazy. They sold 3 home games to play in Perth. That makes no sense at all. So there we go. Yes. North has a home game in WA. There we go.
That's crazy.
That is crazy. All right. I'm going to the Dockers anyway. And even though they're not going to be at home, I'm going Freo.
Well, they are at home.
They are at home, I know. Yeah. That's a bit crazy, isn't it?
I'm going to go Freo too. I just feel like Freo will just be too strong.
Yep. Yeah. All right. Ree went Cats by 25. J-Mar's going Freo by 100. Poison is going Freo by 46. Ree's going Freo by 46 as well. North has a home game in WA. There we go. I remember Musa got upset about it because he was playing they were playing away from home. Ah, there we go. They sold off they sold off 3 home games to get some money. Oh, okay, there we go. Freo played the next 2 games at Optus after this one. Oh, okay, there we go. Welcome in, GT. Good to see you, and welcome in, Chris C as well. If I didn't say welcome. So, who are you? Are you going Freo?
Yeah, I go Freo too. Yeah.
All right. Make sure you send us your tips today or tomorrow, Chris C as well. So, even though you're listening to mine,
Chris C, JCROM Wednesday night. I need it. If you tip Thursday, I will not accept that tip.
That's it. All right.
By
Next
tomorrow
one.
night.
Next one, Sunday at 3:20. There's 2 games on Sunday, and we'll probably do a watch along for this one as well. I'll let you know what I do for Saturday, but yeah, Sunday, Port Adelaide versus Melbourne. It is at Adelaide Oval. It is 15th versus 14th, and looks like Port Adelaide are the favourites. And Chris C is going to tip Port, I would say. So I think after what I've seen against Collingwood, I'm going to go Melbourne.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is my bold call of the week.
Oh, hang on a sec while I bring the graphic up. Johnny Carlton's bold call of the week is...
Johnny Carlton's round 14 bold call of the week. Melbourne will beat Port at Adelaide Oval.
There we go. That can't be a bold call if the Kings already tipped Melbourne.
I don't know how you did that, but crazy.
There we go.
Oh, you know my next tip, so I don't even have to tell you.
I do. Yeah. Hang on.
And I'm guessing you're going them at 2.
Yeah. Let me just bring it up. West Coast versus Carlton at Optus Stadium. So 2 games in Perth this weekend. 18th versus 11th, and the Blues travelling over to WA. Yeah, I'm going Carlton for that one.
So am I.
And let's just have a look at the. So what do we got? Freo, Melbourne Poison says Melbourne by 5. GT Hyree, go the pair. Power by 20 from Ree. GT Eagles by 60. He's on. He's in a mental asylum. GT. So that's just crazy. 13 likes as well. Thank you guys for the likes. Appreciate your supporting the channel, and thanks to everyone who's watching along as well, not only in the chat. Arthur's in the chat. G'day, Arthur. How you going? Welcome in. Good to see you. And hello, King and Johnny Carlton. Worst bowl call in history in the history of the channel, Chris C reckons. Oh my God. There we go. Carlton by 50. And Ree's Carlton by 50 as well. Up the Eagles as well for Arthur. Arthur's another West Coast supporter. GT, so you got a second one in there. Michelle, M&M, the M&M team has arrived. How are you, Michelle? Good to see you, and thanks for coming in. And GT, go the Eagles. So there we go. The bye this week, it is the Magpies, Richmond, Sydney, and the Suns get the bye this weekend. So 4 teams get the bye, and should be an interesting bit of a. Feeling a bit better today. Good on you, Michelle. It's taken a while to start to recover, so I'm glad you're feeling a little bit better. All right, this weekend for the watch-alongs, definitely Thursday night, St Kilda and Bulldogs. Friday night will be the Hawks and Adelaide. Saturday, probably the Lions and GWS, I think. And we might do North and Freo in the evening. So I might skip the Essendon Geelong game, maybe. But I'll let you know about that anyway. Sunday, we'll do Port Adelaide and Melbourne at Adelaide Oval. And I think me and Johnny Carlton are going to do the Eagles and Carlton on Sunday night. So,
We
yeah,
are.
6:10. So, yeah, could be a massacre or it could be Johnny Carlton in the fetal position. So we don't know what's going to happen there. So we'll have to see. But there we go. 15 likes as well. Thank you, Ree, for counting the likes as well. We are right on 9 o'clock, and Johnny Carlton has to make a quick dash. So we are going to wrap it up here. Thank you to everybody who has joined us for After the Game episode 13. So we've got 13 episodes already this year without missing a beat. So
I love it.
there we go. Thank you to everybody who supported us on the weekend as well for the watch-alongs. We got some really good views. 700, 800, 1,000 views for our watch-alongs for a single game. So we really appreciate everybody's support and all our original people who have been with us right from the beginning. It's because of you that we have continued to grow, and HFD Footy is taken off. So thank you to everybody for that. Thank you to everybody in the chat who has joined us. Thank you for counting the likes. Poison, good night. We'll see you on Thursday for sure. See you on the watch-alongs. And thank you to everybody anybody's watching along and not in the chat. Thanks for joining us. Johnny Carlton, the Prince of Carlton, you take care. And I will see you chat to you during the week and over the weekend. And yeah, that's all right, Michelle. No worries. Take care, spike your hair. And as always, stay hunky.
Stay hunky.